Well, hello there. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome. We're so glad that you joined us. So today we are taking a look at celebrating that new moon in Leo we will be having on Wednesday, August 16th. This is really such an exciting time of the year. We had the Lion's Gate on 8/8, and now we have this new moon in Leo, bringing in this energy of fresh starts, looking at our lives in a new way with fresh eyes, and trying to kind of like pinpoint what is working, what isn't, what do we want more of, what are we ready to get rid of. A lot of astrologers think that this is a time where we really do kind of like get a fresh start for the next calendar year. If you think about it, here in the United States, students are getting ready to go back to school, right? It's that energy of starting a new year, even though it's not at the very beginning, January 1st. So what will this new moon in Leo bring us? It'll bring us that energy of looking specifically at different things in our life and asking ourselves, is this working for me or is it not? And if it isn't, do I get rid of it or do I change it in some way? So for instance, say you've been using a specific diet and exercise regime for some time, right? And then you're finding you're not getting the results that you used to get. That falls into that, energy of plateauing. You could have plateaued, whether it's in your exercise regime or at work or in a relationship. Things have plateaued. It doesn't mean that you're going to stop eating healthy and stop exercising. It's about understanding, well, maybe I just need to change it up a little bit. And that's what this entire new moon in Leo is all about. Taking a look at the different aspects of your life and asking yourself, is this working for me? Am I fulfilled in this area? Am I having happiness and joy and success? Is it going in the direction that I wanted to go in? And if not, is it time to get rid of it? Or is it time to just change it up a little bit? So the other lovely thing about the new moon in Leo is it kind of helps us to step back into our power, the powerful lion, right? And it gives us the confidence to roar, to share with other people in our lives what we need, what we want out of the different situations and relationships in our lives, so that we will have that greater sense of happiness, joy, and fulfillment. So we're going to take a look at each of the 12 signs. They are all time-stamped in the description box below. And I'm going to start with Leo, and we'll go all the way through to Gemini. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Leo. Now, Leo, this full moon is happening in your first house, just like the Lion's Gate. So this can be really kind of a little bit daunting for you. Your first house is about your identity, the roles that you play in your life. So it'll be really focusing on that aspect. Are you feeling fulfilled in the roles that you play? Do you like the way that you identify yourself to yourself and to others? Or are there some changes that you want to make? So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Oh my goodness, you have change in the wind. Okay, so for some of you, you may have been feeling for some time that you do need to make some changes. This could be your physical appearance. It could, indicate that you want to do a makeover, or you want to change up your exercise or diet, that type of thing. It could also mean, you're changing your whole wardrobe. We're getting ready to change seasons. With this change in the season, you may even want to change your entire kind of like persona that you are putting into your clothing, the way that other people can perceive you. The other thing, though, is that this is in romance and in your career. It's understanding what is it that you want long term, because you have the 10 of Pentacles here. For some of you, you may have been in situations that recently have changed. So you could have ended a career, a relationship, some situation in your life, and you're looking, for the next, what can I do long term? You don't want something that's just temporary, this energy of what do I want long term? Because when we end one situation or relationship, it gives us an opportunity to reflect on what we really got out of that relationship, or situation, what we got out of it, what we want more of, and what we don't want to experience again. And with this being in your first house and your birthday season, it really is that energy of looking over the past year. What can you take with you? What wisdom, insight can you take with you into this new year? And what are you really leaving behind, and what do you want to take forward? Because look at what you have here. You have, it says present power, right? There you are, the lion energy, the strength card, knowing that you have at this time the power within you to see what it is that you want long term, and the stamina, the strength, the perseverance to put yourself into a position of literally maybe roaring and speaking out loud what it is that you want, and then going after it. This is beautiful energy of understanding I'm not doing the same thing over again. It's I feel like for some of you, even with the 10 of Pentacles here, maybe for the last 10 years, you have been hoping certain situations or relationships would kind of like, or people in your life would kind of like step up, right? And do the right thing, or, become a more of what you were hoping that situation or relationship would bring with you. But you're understanding, now wait a minute, if I stay in the same situation or relationship, I'm not going to get what it is that I want long term. Perhaps the person or the job is not really something that is aligned for you long term. It's understanding this is a great time to make changes, to create a vision board, to really spend some time reflecting on your identity, the roles that you play in this world, and how you would like for others to see you. Because I feel like you're feeling there's a little bit of disconnect, and it's time to step back into your power and say, no, this is what I want for myself long term, and I'm willing to go after it. Beautiful energy here, Leo. I think for some of you, if you feel like, certain situations or relationships have taken your power, zapped you of your power, this is a beautiful energy of saying, okay, I'm done with that. I'm ready to go back into my powerful self, and really putting your time and energy in those things that are going to help you acquire and manifest what it is for you that you want long term. All right, well, happy birthday, Leo, and I wish you so much love and light. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to go to Virgo. Now, Virgo, this is kind of interesting because you're getting ready for your birthday season. So this new moon in Leo is actually activated in your 12th house. So did the Lion's Gate. So this is an energy. Your 12th house is your spirituality, your dreams, your intuition, kind of like the subconscious mind, right? And so this is a time where you could, even through your dream, in the dream world, you could be getting downloads, information about changes that you perhaps want to make in your life, how, where you are. It's kind of like a review. Where are you in your life right now? And what is working and what is not? Now, all the signs are kind of having that energy, but because Virgo, this is in your 12th house, it's the energy of really ending things, because you're in the 12th house. You've gone first house through the 12th house. You're getting ready for your birthday season. And it's kind of like, okay, this is it. It's kind of like you're putting draw a line in the sand, right? It's like, okay, that's it. I've given this situation, relationship enough time, and now I'm ready to move in a new direction. So let's see what we have for you. Yes, okay, if for things that you have been kind of going back and forth about. Okay, so this could be in your career sector, trying to decide, what career you want. Do you want to change jobs? Do you want to move to a new city? Do you want a relationship, a romantic relationship or not? You could be kind of just like on the fence. You could have felt like for a long time you've been kind of on the fence, lacking the inspiration, the motivation to really go after what you want. The other thing, that you have to watch for with the back and forth card is that sometimes you can be very persuaded, okay, by other people in your life. And because you don't have a powerful stance of what you want in your life, you could be very apt to following what other people suggest for you or going along with other people, especially like if you're in a long-term committed relationship. So be aware of that, of making sure that the choices that you're making are in alignment with what you want for yourself, and not just kind of like, this is a little bit of that energy of going along with other people because you're not really sure yet, confident yet in what it is that you want. Now that's where this new moon in Leo is coming in, because it's kind of like, I feel like for some of you, you've been kind of leaving it up to divine timing. Just, well, when it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And that there is some truth to that, right? But sometimes we can literally miss the signs or give up our power to the idea of divine timing, right? We can constantly think, well, when it's supposed to happen, it'll knock on my door. If that's a new job that you're seeking, a new career that you're seeking, a new place to live, it doesn't matter. A new romantic partner just knocking on your door, right? It's the energy of giving up your power. And that's what I feel with this. Like, I'm not saying that you're completely giving up your power, but it's almost as if you're giving it up to the divine. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But you also have to recognize that when we're trying to manifest, bring new things into our life, create change for ourselves, we also have to take action. We can't just sit on the fence or on the couch and wait for, whatever it is that we want to, knock on the door. And that's what I love about this new moon in Leo, because you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is this energy of, I have to get off the fence. I can't just wait for opportunities to knock on the door. I have to start going and knocking on the doors. I feel like for some of you, you recognize that you may have been like a little bit in the waiting game for some time, right? And that's okay. Sometimes we really, nothing is wasted, and that is true. So if you've been waiting for opportunities or something like that, that's fine. Don't give yourself a guilt trip. This is really the energy of, I've waited long enough and now I have to go after what it is that I truly want. But that requires you deciding what it is that you truly want. There's a little bit of energy if you've been waiting for somebody to get back to you. So that could be a romantic partner that you're separated from. It could be a job offer that you're just kind of waiting on, but it's been a long time. Okay. It's not like you're still in the process. It's kind of like, it's been a long time. This is the energy of, do I really want to wait around? Like, if this person or this situation really wanted me, wouldn't they have already called you up or sent you a letter or whatever? There's this energy of, I'm just waiting here while they're deciding what they want. But meanwhile, the clock is ticking and I'm losing out on other opportunities for myself. And sometimes we have to recognize that that also can be a sign from the universe that it's time to make a decision. If somebody doesn't want to be part of our life, or an employer can't get back to us about their decision, sometimes we have to take the decision in our own hands and go after what it is that we truly want. Beautiful energy here, Virgo, because I feel like you're taking your power back. There's this essence of taking your power back, getting into that lion energy and saying, what is it that I want? I'm no longer waiting around, trying to see what other people want and then deciding to make my decision. I'm putting myself first and going after what it is that I truly want and making those decisions. Beautiful energy here, Virgo. Well, we have your birthday season coming up really soon, and I'll be putting up your Virgo birthday reading very shortly. So much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Now, Libra, this new moon moon and the Lion's Gate, both are occurring in your 11th house of new friendships, really kind of taking a look at your friendships. What friendships are really in alignment with who you are and what you want for yourself long term? Do they need to be, moved around a little bit? Do they need a little bit of work? Or are there some situations, relationships that you really just, you're going to eliminate out of your life or take your energy back from? Because with this energy, you're recognizing that there are new people that you would like to bring into your life. Keeping in mind, you have to make space for them. So you may have to kind of, remove some people from your life so that you can bring new people in. Now, I'm going to say that you have to keep in mind when I say you have to remove some people from your life, that also means the energy of thinking about people that you may no longer be in contact with, right? So it's eliminating not just the person physically, but also out of your emotions and your mental mind. It's removing their energy completely so that you can make room for new people to come in. So beautiful energy, because Libra, I know that your readings lately have been all about wanting new soul tribe members to come in, new romantic partners, just new friends, just a sense of wanting friends, this really light energy I'm getting for you. So let's take a look at what the tarot has for you. Okay, I love this because I think that what you're recognizing is that some of the relationships that you have are just a little bit facades, right? A little bit fake. And it doesn't mean that they're not fun to be with or something like that. But I think there's this energy of recognizing that you have some people in your life that really aren't on your side, right? Truly supportive. People that you could call up in the middle of the night if you had some type of crisis going on. You're really understanding that there's a definitive type of group or a person. It could even be family members that you're understanding, okay, that relationship is too shallow. I want deeper connections. This 11th house is about deeper connections with others, whether it's usually with friends, communities, people that you have a lot in common with. And I think what you're understanding is that you may have some relationships in your life that maybe you had something in common with them at one time, but you're just understanding it's always the same discussions, right? It's always going to the same places. It's just kind of plateaued. There's nothing really deep. It's not going to go any farther. It doesn't mean that you have to completely eliminate these people from your life, but it does mean taking your time and energy away from these relationships so that you can go seek and have the room in your life for people that are highly connected to you, deeper connections for you, because you have this Four of Swords. I think, these connections could have been in your life because you've been overcoming something that was really difficult, like, a breakup, a romantic breakup, or you could have, lost your job or something like that. In this healing process, you kind of recognized who is on your side and who is not. And you could have, this could have been one of those times. I had a really bad fall back in October, and it was really interesting. It helped me to see, a little bit for myself, who's on my team and who isn't, right? And I was really, it was just so heartwarming. The people that, maybe I thought it was just a shallow relationship or something, they were coming over and they were helping take care of me, bringing me food, walking my dog, that type of thing. It helps you to recognize sometimes when you're going through a difficult time in your life and healing, whether it's a health issue or a romantic relationship or a job issue, understanding who's really on your team and who isn't. And I think that is where you're at. You're kind of like with this new moon in Leo, it's like, who's really on my team and who isn't? Who's going to be there to support me through thick and thin? Because you are understanding that there is something that you have to honor about yourself with the honoring path. This is, walking your path. and everything that goes with it, stepping into your life purpose and understanding that some of these relationships may distract you from the work that you are meant to do with your life purpose, stepping onto your spiritual path and understanding, these could be people that are like a lot of fun to be with, but they're not very supportive of what it is that you want for yourself. So for instance, perhaps with this new moon in Leo, you're taking a look at that you want to eat healthier, exercise more, and maybe, go out for just, parties or something like that less. And these could be people that prefer to go out and party and that type of thing. You're understanding that some people are not truly in alignment for what you want for yourself. And just making some of those decisions about where you're putting your time and energy. Once again, it doesn't mean you have to completely eliminate these people, but saying to yourself, maybe I don't want to go out all the time with those people. I want to make room for new connections and joining new clubs, new activities where you can meet people that are more in alignment with who you are and who you are wanting to become. Really beautiful energy here, Libra, and exciting because I know that has been part of your readings lately, that energy of looking for a new soul tribe. Beautiful energy. All right. Well, I wish you much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Okay, let's move on to Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, this new moon is happening in your 10th house of career and public image. Really beautiful. So you could be at this time, or, with the Lionsgate. This is piggybacking off of the Lionsgate. So you could be really trying to shift your career, either putting more focus onto your career and work, or perhaps wanting to put less time into your career and public image and put more time into, a sense of having balance in your life. So it just depends on where you are in your life at this time, but understanding that this is the forefront of this new moon in Leo. So let's go ahead and pull some cards here. Okay, yes, this is you stepping into your truth, especially in your career and public sector. Looking at the truth of what it is that you want out of your career. So for some of you, you could have been focusing on, your success, how much money you make, climbing up the corporate ladder, what you can acquire because of your career. So there's this energy here where, yes, you have the mending. I have that energy of wanting more balance in your life, of understanding, am I going to spend 10 hours a day working, right? But then all of my relationships are falling apart. How can I bring more balance into my life? There's also a little bit of energy here, Scorpio, because we're getting ready for your birthday season here in a little bit. A little bit of energy of being truthful with yourself. If you have found great success, okay, any connections with people that you have worked with that you may have a little bit, kind of either a little bit of energy of kind of like being perhaps a little cutthroat in your career. So, you could have a little bit of energy of cutthroat. That's all I'm going to say. And I think you know what I mean. Perhaps, I'm not saying that you did anything in particularly incorrect, okay? But you may not feel as if you've had this success. There's an energy of not having this success and necessarily being grateful for how you got to all of it. And there's an energy of understanding that there could be some people like in your work sector or perhaps even in your personal life that their feelings have been hurt because of where you have gone. You got so narrowly focused a little bit perhaps on your career that there are some relationships or situations in your life that I think you're going back. There's a nice energy of going back and making, maybe not necessarily amends, but changes to how you see yourself. We all do that, Scorpio. It's so funny because I was talking to somebody the other day and we were talking about like trying to have a balance in our lives, right? Because we all can get into that energy of just like being so narrowly focused on producing, right? That divine masculine energy of producing, of whatever it takes. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to the top, to have the success. And then all of a sudden you get to the top and you recognize, okay, but how did I get here? You know, there's a little bit of that energy. Did I do the right thing by the other people in my life? You know, and once again, that could be personal relationships or work relationships. And this is just an energy of, you know, trying to bring more balance into your life. Especially now, if you're having success, understanding, okay, wait a minute, you know, I want to make sure that I'm going to say we just had the North nodes move, the North node move into Aries and the South node into Libra. There's a little bit of that energy of karma here, of looking at how maybe you have come to where you are in your career or your public image, and understanding, okay, what do I need to clean out here? Because you have commitment. It's your commitment to yourself is what got you to the successful point. But understanding that you also want to be committed to the people, the relationships in your life. Beautiful energy here of just kind of like recommitting to having balance in your life, of not maybe being quite so narrowly focused on just having success. Now, I'm also going to say it does not mean you're giving up your success. It does not. It is a little bit of an energy of wondering, how can I bring balance? So say you've worked your way up to the top of the corporate ladder and you're the CEO, understanding, okay, I want to also, okay, recognize the other people in the office. I want to have this good, you know, a balance of kind of eliminating any toxic energy that may be in your workplace, because you understand that that was part of why you fell into this energy. You know, I think you're just seeing clearly why you fell into that. I think it's because of the environment you were in, you know, and that could be even in your personal life, right? The environment that you were in, and understanding, okay, that played a part for why I was a little bit narrow focused on what I wanted and kind of forgot about other people or other situations in my life. Yeah, it's just a beautiful energy. I think it is, because to me, it's kind of like you've gone full circle and you're understanding that, you know, connections are really important. Connections are very important in our life. And, you know, having success, but also a sense of fulfillment. And at the end of the day, are you doing good for the good of all? Yeah, just a beautiful energy. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Well, hello, Sagittarius. So this new moon in Leo is happening in your 9th house of long distance travel and higher learning. So this is a really expansive house. Just this energy of you may be wanting to go farther places, expand your energy in different areas of your life, whether it's through education or through travel. Just kind of a sense of wanting to see or learn more about the world. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. Yes. So with this status quo, I feel like you just feel like life is status quo, right? It's just ho hum. It's almost an energy of, yeah, I've seen it, I've done it, you know, kind of getting sick of where you live, going to the same restaurant, seeing the same people. It's the same thing day in and day out. And it is an energy of, okay, what else is there? You know, where else can I move? I feel like some of you may even be thinking about moving. Where else can I move? What else can I do? What else can I learn? Just tired of where you are and what is going on. For some of you, you know, I'm almost getting the sense where if you're taking like a last minute vacation or something here at the end of the summer in the Northern Hemisphere, you could be like, I don't even want to go to the same place that you usually go to and enjoy. So like I go to the same beach every summer, and you could have been doing the same thing, and all of a sudden this summer you're like, yeah, don't want to go there. I want to go somewhere new. It's an energy of wanting to explore outside of your comfort zone. And that is a great energy, because a lot of times we can get stuck in ruts, and this is very much of a rut energy. It's okay, where can I go? What else is there out there? You could even find yourself like going down, the rabbit hole on the internet looking for highly unusual vacations, not just, if you're tired of your beach, not just looking for other beaches, but, maybe you want to go to Iceland or, somewhere somewhere totally exotic or something like that. Or maybe you want to go to some type of a spa retreat, something that's just really and truly healing and just relaxing for yourself. You're understanding, I don't want the same thing, and I'm ready to go out there and see what else there is. You also have the Three of Pentacles, a lovely energy of working with others. I feel like there is something where you don't want to do things completely on your own anymore. And it doesn't mean you could be going on vacation with your family or something, but you're understanding that you also want to have people in your life that you can have higher levels of conversation, perhaps about spirituality or the way that you see the world, learning more about the world through these conversations. When we have conversations with the same people over and over again, we're not really learning anything new. We're just rehashing what we already have taught each other. And this is an energy of a want to go out and have conversations with other people, perhaps other people in other parts of the world. You could even do that like on Zoom or something like that. But understanding, yes, I'm done. I've learned everything that I want to learn in my environment, wherever that is, right? And it's, yes, I want to get out there. I do feel like a lot of you may be looking to move to other locations, looking to move to places where people are more in alignment with the new thinking that you are doing at this time. So really beautiful energy there, Sagittarius. I really encourage you to, do some of that like research, understanding that you're being called to go in different places, because the other thing with these two cards is that this is like what is good for the collective. Like I almost feel like you're looking for ways to help the collective. Okay, how can I help all of the collective? But understanding that you first have to understand what are the needs of the collective. Where are these people that I can work with to help the collective? It's almost like you're on the very beginning of a much bigger path. That's the way I'm seeing it. You're on the beginning of a much bigger path. So if you're having these inklings, okay, at this time with this new moon in Leo, I encourage you to go towards that, because there is something there that even though it's at the very beginning, it's going to grow into something really beautiful for you. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. All right, we are moving on to Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, this is happening in your 8th house. And this is going to, our 8th house is about death, inheritance, taxes, it can have to do with secrets and that type of thing. This is putting you in an energy of self-empowerment, understanding where in your life you may be giving up your power to other people. And stepping into that lion energy of wanting to be more powerful, have more power, more say in your life. And I feel like out of all of the signs, you may be one of those that really finds your roar, your lion's roar, and starting to speak, tell other people what it is that you need or want, because you understand that unless you communicate that to other people, they can't read your mind, right? So it's stepping into that. That's one of the first steps of self-empowerment, knowing what it is that you want, and then sharing that with others. So let's go ahead and see what cards we have here. Wow. Beautiful. Yes, this has been a very long time. You have the Nine of Wands and the Flexible card. A very long road. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior going on this trail for a very long time of being overly flexible with other people. Kind of giving in to people and what they want. And this could be in your career, this could be in personal relationships, being overly, they're saying overly accommodating, overly accommodating. But this has been going on for some time, could be even 9 years, okay? For the last 9 years, you may have been over accommodating to your personal relationships, to your work relationships, to situations in your life. And, you know, with the Nine of Wands, it is a little bit of an energy of doing that out of a sense of a little bit of fear of losing things, right? So you're over accommodating at work because you don't want to lose your job. You're over accommodating your personal relationships because you don't want those people to leave your life. It's understanding, like, I feel like you're at the Nine of Wands. You only have the one more wand, the 10 of Wands. And that represents the burdens, dropping the burdens that kind of keep you in this flexible, over accommodating energy. I feel like you have, even though you've been overly accommodating perhaps, you have, because Capricorn, you're very good at this, you have acquired some of perhaps the material or the financial stability that you were seeking or wanting or needing so that you wouldn't have to be over accommodating. So in other words, right, you could have been, I know when I was a teacher, I was a little over accommodating at the end until I could retire, right? Because I was like, yeah, I want to make sure I hit the retirement age. I want to hit all those requirements, right? So I can retire. So I was a little over accommodating, especially those last couple of years. I looking back on it, I wish I maybe hadn't been, but we all make choices like that when we're fearful, right? When we're fearful of getting close to the end of something and then being afraid that it'll be zapped out from underneath us. So here's the thing. You're getting back your power. You have the Courage card. You have learned how to put your armor on. You're no longer giving in to people, situations. You're taking back your power and you're understanding, I can do this alone. You see that Knight is going into the dark forest all by himself, right? He doesn't have anybody with him. I think that that is the biggest thing that you have learned on this, is that yes, do we need other people in our lives? We do, but it's more important that we have a really good relationship with ourselves, that we can step into our own power and make decisions that are more in alignment with ourselves than being overly accommodating a lot of the time. Because sure, do we want to be flexible at times? Yeah, especially when it doesn't really matter to us. But I think that this card here with this is indicating that you've been overly accommodating, overly flexible a lot of the time. Not just some of the time, but a lot of the time. And stepping back into your power, understanding that if need be, you can go it alone. So over the last 9 years, maybe you have done a really good job of accumulating financial stability for yourself so you don't feel like you have to be overly accommodating at work or with some personal relationships where you were kind of wanting that financial stability from other people. Or you could have perhaps gone through, some type of a health situation or something where you had to really kind of like, you were a little bit, had to be overly accommodating to other people because you needed their help for some time. You're getting your power back. You're getting this sense of, I can go it alone if I need to. Do you want to? No. But you're getting into that sense of, I can do this on my own if I really need to. And that is such a powerful feeling that we get, because it literally makes our spine straighter, because we understand I don't have to bend over backwards for anybody. I can if I want to, but I don't have to. And that is the big change that you are having with this new moon in Leo. Keep in mind, the new moon in Leo helps us to look at the situations in our life and determine, is this working for me or is it not? And if it's not, it's about pulling back your energy from people or situations that you may have been overly accommodating to, and being willing to go it alone if you need to. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to walk away from these people totally, but maybe you're pulling back your energy and not being quite so accommodating, okay? You see the difference? It's kind of like, okay, I'm not going to be overly accommodating. And then if that person or situation leaves your life, you know you're okay. You're like, yeah, I can do it on my own. It's fine. It's a little bit, Libra had a little bit of that same energy of understanding that sometimes the people in our life, okay, are on our team and will be overly accommodating to us if need be, right? And those people that really don't really care that much about us. This new moon in Leo, I think, is helping you to decide who's really on my side and who isn't. And if they're not on my side, why am I spending so much time and energy overly accommodating them? All right, Capricorn, I'm really excited for you because this is really kind of like kind of a little bit of a new energy for you. And I look forward to seeing how this starts playing out in your readings. All right, much love and light. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Aquarius. How are you? It's so good to see you. Well, this new moon in Leo is actually happening in your 7th house of relationships. So this could be a time where you really take a look at your relationships and ask yourself some of those questions about, you know, which of these relationships has kind of stagnated, kind of maybe expired, or isn't really going anywhere. Do I want to put more time and effort into that? Or am I going to be looking for some new relationships in my life? So let's take a look and see what we have here for you. Okay, yeah, you know, you have the victim mentality. The Aquarius, there is this energy where I think that you're understanding that some of the relationships in your life maybe have left you feeling as though you never have enough to give. You know, this is an energy of, you know, somebody that might be in your life. It could be romantic, family, friend, it doesn't matter. But no matter how much you give to this person or this situation, they always feel like you could give more. And it's almost like you just, I feel like you're kind of beaten down by it. Understanding, yeah, I just can't I can't give anymore. And with this new moon in Leo, understanding that separating yourself or distancing yourself from that person helps to raise your vibration, right? And also brings in somebody new. It's about allowing yourself to say no to one person or a group of people that are bringing down your energy, okay? So if you're with a certain person or a group of people and when you leave, you feel drained and you're not really sure why, right? I mean, it doesn't mean you have to be in conflict, but you just feel drained. It's possibly because you're not truly yourself when you're with them. You're hiding part of yourself, right? You're not speaking your truth. You're not sharing who you truly are with these people. And perhaps because you feel like, well, if I do, they won't like the way that I think about certain things or see the world or what I have to talk about. So it's almost like an energy of not being your real self with them. But then when you leave, you kind of feel an energy of, wow, I just spent, 3 hours with this group of people having lunch or something. And I look at all the other things I could have done, right? It's almost like you feel like the time that you spend with them not only drains your energy, you feel like it's a waste of your time, and maybe even a little bit they make you feel not as good about yourself, right? Because you can't share who you truly are with them. So you're spending the whole time hiding who you truly are because you know or you think that they wouldn't like you if they knew how you really and truly felt about things. So this is an energy of allowing yourself to distance yourself from that. right? And then going towards people and situations that are more in alignment with what it is, how you feel in the world. And I think that this is almost happens instantly when you allow yourself to say no to one group, a new group comes in. It's kind of interesting because, a lot of people that live near me do not see the benefits of what I do, right? They're just not on board with it. And I've just learned that I don't even discuss it, right? But I don't have deep if they're just a neighbor, I just, I wave and I'll do the neighborly chit chat and stuff like that. But the people in my life that wanted to kind of debate, okay, what it is that I do, and weren't really accepting of how I believe, I really had to distance myself from them, even though some of them were good friends at one point, because I realized that it was just a point of, it just got to the point where it was like, well, okay, either I can't ever talk about it, right? Which is not fair to me, right? Or I just have to go along with what they agree with, which isn't fair to me. So it's understanding sometimes we just have to make those decisions, even though there are people that we like or have liked for some time, that when they start we feel drained when we're around them, it's time to put that distance and allow new people and new situations to come in. And I feel like they're there. They're just almost like instantly there. What's blocking them is you still may have some people or situations in your life that you're giving energy to that just completely drain your energy. All right. Well, Aquarius, I send you much love and light. I hope to see you again really soon, and bye for now. All right, Pisces. This new moon in Leo is happening in your 6th house of work and daily habits. So this includes like work habits, health habits, things that help to keep you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually healthy. So we're going to take a look, because this is a time where you could be looking at, am I still getting benefits out of my exercise regime? Is it time to kind of shift it up and do something different? Or, at work, the habits that I have every single day, answering emails or doing tasks, whatever it is. And is the routine that I have, is it working for me, or could I be more productive or efficient if I change things up? So let's see what we have here. Okay. Yes. All right. There you have a conflict and you have never-ending story. Okay. This is the energy of something is not working, and it's you're just kind of like doing the same thing over and over again. And this, I feel, has to do with money. Okay. So your career or your financial spending habits, saving habits, something like that. So you're doing something over and over again, but it's bringing you more and more pain, right? So this is an energy of looking at the pattern that has gotten you to this point. Understanding that you have to make some changes. When the conflict card comes out, it indicates you have to make some changes. Because if you don't, you're only going to get more conflict, and the conflict will escalate. So it's looking at the pattern of your daily habits, especially I think in your career or money sector, asking yourself some of those important questions. One of the things is, Pisces, is opening your bank statement, right? Your checking account, and looking at where you're spending your money. A lot of banks now, will even do that for you on your statement. They show you, the different areas where you've spent money, like food or entertainment, that type of thing. But you can do that. You can go through your credit cards, your checking account, see where you are spending the money, and seeing, okay, is there something here? Am I continuously doing something that is causing me to have difficulties in my financial sector? I'm not being able to reach the goals that I want. So the money's going out faster than it's coming in, whatever that is. Yeah, I recognized I did this once when I was like, how is why do I not have more money at the end of the month? And I'm not really a shopper or anything. But I recognized I had a habit of stopping and getting, one of those coffee drinks. And when I added it up, it was for the month, I was like, whoa, okay, that's ridiculous, right? And just really taking back my power, because the new moon in Leo is taking back your power, your strength, your courage to make changes. And recognizing, maybe you get a coffee once a week, or twice a week, Monday and Friday. The rest of the week, you bring your own or whatever it is. Understanding that making even the smallest changes can really bring us a lot of big impact. The same thing. How about your work routines? Do you go into the office and, is there something that you're doing every day that you're spending a lot of time on that somebody else could do for you? Could you, delegate that to somebody else? Or are you just kind of like going down the rabbit hole of enjoying doing some tasks that really aren't bringing you a lot of efficiency? So this is the change that you can make. The King of Pentacles is a beautiful energy of stepping into being very financially wealthy, making good choices in money, also being generous with your money, having the sense of financial stability, security, responsibility, and reliability. Okay, so it could even be they're saying, maybe you're missing like a credit card payment every month, and then you get some kind of a charge, like a, late fee charge, and you're like, oh my goodness, this has happened like 3 out of the last 4 months. What do I have to do? Set up an automatic payment, something like that. Understanding that you have the power at this time to make the changes that are necessary so that you can have the financial wealth and security that you are seeking. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Aries. It's so good to see you. This new moon is happening in your 5th house of pleasure and play. So this is the area of just, being creative, enjoying life. We're here at the end of the summer, maybe getting in that last cookout or going on a last minute vacation, enjoying the sun before, it goes away. Or if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, enjoying the last snow, whatever it is, it's that energy of enjoying life, and looking at specifically in your life where you can put more pleasure and play, even more pleasure and play within your career, enjoying, having more of a sense of fulfillment, not feeling like work is just a 4-letter word, something that you have to go to every day and is drudgery. So let's see what the Tarot has for you. Yeah. Okay, so you have dark thoughts. There is this energy where, this is an energy of feeling like you don't have pleasure and play, almost like he's going into the maze. Where is pleasure and play? I can't find pleasure and play. I don't have time for pleasure and play. It's an energy almost of, Mary Sue, if you only knew what was going on in my life, you would know I don't have time for pleasure and play. But it's understanding with this new moon in Leo that you have the power, the strength with that Leo energy, the courage to make changes in your life so that you do have more pleasure and play. Understanding that it is our own responsibility to be happy. No one else is in charge of our own happiness. We are in charge of our own happiness. And happiness really is that sense of fulfillment, of play, of pleasure, of joy, of light, of just having some sense of enjoyment. How often are you laughing? When is the last time you laughed? And if it's been a while, what can you do about it? Turn on a funny video and watch it, or, say to a friend, hey, I'm taking a mental health day. Come join me. Let's go do something fun, right? It's the energy of understanding that when we get to this part, it's with this new moon in Leo, I think you are getting the courage to say, I need to make some changes. I cannot continue this way, right? And this is an energy of making changes, and if needing, to seeking the help, seeking the advice of people in your life, or, you know, perhaps a counselor or a therapist. How can I make these changes so that I can have more pleasure and play? For some of you, you know, if you're struggling with mental health, I really encourage you to get some assistance with that, because this is a dark energy where you could be feeling like every single day there is no pleasure. And when we go for long periods of time like that, it really can be detrimental to our health. So here we have the full moon, okay? But the moon is the energy of understanding that there are new opportunities, okay? This is the a leg up, but this is the Ace of Pentacles energy, a gift from the universe. Something is coming in that is going to relieve your burdens. But here's the thing. This is your fears. You're fearful that you may not get this opportunity. The thing here is to embrace the energy of knowing that you can have opportunities come onto your path that will help you to have more time for pleasure and play. But you have to embrace them. You have to allow the dark thoughts, okay, to kind of wane. And once again, there is an energy of perhaps talking to a good friend or a family member, or, you know, seeking professional assistance, understanding, okay, there's new opportunities for me, but I may have to go seek them. You know, with the moon card, they may not be right here in front of you. It's a little bit of understanding, okay, maybe I have to get my flashlight out and start looking for the opportunities of pleasure and play. When we go through dark times, it can be hard to think that we will ever experience pleasure and play, especially if you're going through like grieving the death of a loved one, or the ending of a long-term committed relationship, or the ending of a job that you really loved, something that has been detrimental, right? But understanding that on the other side, there are new opportunities coming to you. And it's raising your vibration enough so that you can bring in these new opportunities. And some ways that you can do that is, you know, turning on music and just dancing for a few minutes. It'll raise your vibration. Having, you know, friends or family members that you can go out with and just kind of like raise your vibration. Asking for other people to kind of like help you to find some activities that will get you out of the, you know, the consistent, consistency of feeling like you don't have anything to look forward to during the day. Putting it on your calendar. I know when I was going through a very dark time, I put it on my calendar. I scheduled. I took the initiative and called friends and said, okay, I would love to go to dinner with you every Thursday night, you know, and okay, and we put it on the calendar. And being really honest with people, I need to get out. I need to be around people. I need to have some fun in my life. You know, I had another friend and we would go hiking every Saturday morning, you know, and it was just an opportunity. It was kind of like scheduling it and then just saying, okay, I'm committing to this and I'm doing this, and being honest with people if you need to about, I really could use your support at this time. You know, can you make some time for me, because I need to get out. I need to have a little bit of fun. And you may not feel like it. I know when I first started doing it, I was just kind of like, I was really kind of in a dark place, and I really didn't feel like going out, but I literally forced myself, I will say at times, you know, and, you know, just, you know, getting cleaned up so that you can go to a restaurant, you know, that type of thing. And just recognizing sometimes we have to make that effort. We have to ask for the help of people that are around us. And then we have to take a little bit of initiative. So I'm sending you much love and hugs, Aries. And I honestly, you know, I'm going to keep you in my thoughts and prayers. And I encourage you to seek out help if you need to, because you know, that can be a difficult time, and there is help there for you. All right, much love and light. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now. All right, Taurus. Well, this new moon in Leo is happening in your fourth house of home and family life. So let's take a look at what you are going to be experiencing here. Yeah, okay. I think for some of you, you may be actually moving. You have playing it safe here. So there's an energy here where you're playing it safe in your home and family environment, right? Not feeling comfortable. Let's put it that way. Feeling very comfortable, and yet at the same time, it's not an energy of loving. Okay, your home, your environment, perhaps some of the people that you live with, whatever is going on. This is an energy of feeling bored. Okay, feeling bored. And you know that you're feeling bored because you've kind of like allowed yourself to kind of get into that space by playing it safe, by not going outside of your comfort zone. Now, if you're single, this is an energy of recognizing, okay, you know, love's not going to come knocking on my door if you're looking for a romantic love, or, you know, if you're a grandmother, okay, and I live by myself, like understanding you have to initiate sometimes. You have to, you know, call up and say, hey, I want to come over and see the grandkids, you know, that type of energy. Understanding that you can't just sit and wait for life to come to you. And Taurus, you're not that type of person anyway. But I feel like in your home and family environment, even your house, you may feel like, yeah, I haven't updated in a while, or, you know, everybody that's around my neighborhood, you know, just, yeah, I'm kind of tired, you know, looking for something new, because here you have Page of Pentacles and the community. Understanding that this is an energy of perhaps really putting yourself out there, changing where you live, like understanding that where you live is not bad. This is not an energy of this is bad. It's just kind of like, I'm bored. I want something more. And putting yourself out there, learning, going out there and learning about other communities, or other houses, or perhaps moving closer to your grandkids, or, you know, closer to family members. Understanding there's something here that your heart is truly desiring that you can't find where you are right now. For some of you, it could be even that, you know, you live in one part of the country or a country, and you've always said, oh, well, when I get older, I want to move to blah, 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 right? And now you're understanding, oh, wait a minute, I am older. And it's time to make that move. And so putting the wheels into motion for doing that. Beautiful energy, Taurus. Just a really expansive energy. I love it because it's a sense of, I'm not going to continue on this path. I do want to make some changes. And yet you may not make them right away, but starting to explore, what changes can I make? Where can I live? What do I want to change about my house, or whatever it is, and putting that into motion. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. All right, Gemini. Well, Gemini, it is this new moon in Leo is going to be happening in your third house of communication and community and short-term travel. So we're going to take a look at what the tarot has for you. Let's see what we have. Okay, well, Gemini. I'm only laughing because look at these two cards. You have regeneration and the Six of Cups. This is communication, you know, being optimistic about communication that you may be receiving from someone in the past, okay? And with the regeneration card, you know, as someone reaching out to you that maybe you haven't heard from in a while, it could be have even been in, you know, not in contact with. There's a sense of being optimistic that, you know, perhaps this could work out. There is that energy of something from the past, perhaps being reinvigorated, you know, a sense that maybe this could happen. Now, because this is in your area of communication, right, it does not have to necessarily be a relationship. Okay, it could be a family relationship, a romantic friend, it doesn't matter. There is a sense of returning, okay, also to a sense of having more fun in your life, of being optimistic about having, even if they're not the same people that you had in the past, just this sense of people that you can have fun with, that you can be connected to, you know, a soul tribe energy. You could have had that at one point in your life, right? Like maybe in college, or it could have been a long time ago, where you just had this a sense of community where you just, you know, enjoyed each other's company. And I gather that this is almost an energy of looking out there and saying, yes, where else could I live? Where else could I move? Where can I find, okay, these people where I could have that again? Maybe it's not necessarily reuniting with people from the past, but wanting the energy that you had with those people at one time, because the Six of Cups is the sweet memories. It's not the memories of all the pain in some past situation, right? Yeah, it started out sweet and then something went wrong. But this is an energy of, yeah, I want this again. I want to feel, this is the Phoenix Rising card, right? I am optimistic that I can find these people. It's almost an energy of communicating, of searching, okay? Especially for a community where you can have this kind of energy. Gemini, I think for some of you, you might be thinking about moving. I'm not saying that you have to. If you're not moving, I think you're seeking out these people, switching up what activities you're doing, hoping to meet new people, because there's almost a sense of, yeah, I want this energy and you don't have it at this time. Because with the regeneration card, this is, you know, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. You've burned down something in your life. A sense of tribe perhaps that you had in the past. And it doesn't mean that everybody from your past is gone, but an energy of, okay, I got rid of all those people that I don't feel any connection to. I've gotten rid of them, but I haven't brought in new people to replace them. So it's an energy of being optimistic that you can find them. With the new moon in Leo, this is an energy of really being empowered to make the changes that you want to make and go after what it is that you seek. Yeah, this is a beautiful energy, you know, of understanding that we can't just sit and wait for our soul tribe to knock on the door. This is the energy of, if I can't find it, you know, start taking some, you know, a new course or going to new places, you know, joining some new groups, trying to find people that you're more in alignment with, then it's kind of like, okay, if I can't find them here, if I make some changes in my daily life and I can't find them here, but that means actually putting yourself out there, right? Then it's time to move. It's a kind of, I'm ready to move to another part of the country, another country, whatever that is, you know, having the optimism that I'm going to find. This is the difference that maybe in part of your other readings, because this has been kind of in your readings for a while, but this is the energy of, I'm optimistic. I'm going to find these people. It doesn't matter. I will find these people, and I'm willing to put my time and my energy into it to go after what it is that I want and find these new connections. Wow, beautiful energy, Gemini. You know, I also think that if you get invitations, it is an energy too of accepting the invitation and just seeing where it goes. This is a beautiful time, especially these next 2 weeks, just kind of like putting yourself out there, taking up any invitations that you get, being optimistic, constantly kind of like searching for new people and new situations that will bring that new soul tribe in, or start to bring in new people. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. Well, hello there, Cancer. This new moon is happening in your second house of values. So this is a house where, you know, what you value about, you know, what you own, and also your self-esteem. So it's really about your core values of what's important to you and what it is that you want to acquire in this world. So let's take a look at how this new moon is going to affect you. Yeah, oh my goodness, look at this energy. You have the law of attraction card by the book with the elephants. There is the law of attraction, wanting new supportive connections to come in, you know, and the Ace of Wands, just an energy of being really inspired to connect to new people, perhaps even moving. There is an energy here of moving, you know, kind of interesting because Libra, Gemini, and Cancer, I think all three of you have had that energy of wanting to move or seeking out new people, new communities, new situations where people are really supportive, are aligned to how you feel about yourself, what is valuable to you. Perhaps it's kind of interesting because this is a very creative energy, and you could, you know, with it being in your second house of material things, you could have for some time really been focused on what you own, okay, or your job, that type of thing. And now seeking out to change, feeling like, well, those material things didn't really bring me what I wanted. So it's an energy of, okay, I'm going to change, you know, kind of the people that are in my life. When we're really focused on our career and stuff, we can attract in other people that are very focused on their career or what we own. And now this is an energy of wanting people that are more creative, perhaps in your life, more easygoing. This is the energy of more easygoing, of wanting to enjoy life a little bit more. And this is something you've been, you know, manifesting. But with this Ace of Wands, it is a burst of inspiration. It's an epiphany about, wait a minute, how could life be a little bit more fun? How could I bring more fulfillment, happiness, joy, abundance into my life? And then just being really courageous, strong, perseverant, and going towards that. Yeah, this, you know, the Ace of Wands, I really and truly, one of my favorite cards, because it's almost that energy where we just cannot deny it, right? It's, you could have other people in your life that are like, no, that's not for me. And you're just like, okay, that's fine. I have to go in this direction. Just an energy of understanding. I'm, you know, almost an energy of, yeah, if I can't, it's, I'm getting this energy where you feel like if you can't persuade perhaps some people in your life to go in the same direction that you would like to go in, right? That you're willing to go out on your own because you understand, I'll find new people. And Cancer, you are such a loving energy. I will find new people that see the world the way I do. You're willing to leave either, you know, family or friends, you know, just this energy of even work, you know, relationships that you have, you're willing to leave them in order to go out on this new way. I think you're really inspired. Perhaps with that Lionsgate, you got some inspiration about how to do life differently, and now you're taking action and going towards it. Wow, beautiful energy. All right, well, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.